Hello everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. Now, this is almost January end and prelims, the tension in your mind about prelims is increasing day by day. That is what I am hoping for. If it is not, then it is a concern. Okay, now when prelims is round the corner, January end date, February is starting, in this aspect, there might be some tensions in your mind, clear, and what to study, what not to study. There are n number of material available in the market and so much of current affairs, so much of polity notes and this and that, everything is there. Okay, so for that aspect, what Guidance Academy has brought, Prelims Platinum Notes. It's a series of your notes as well as videos of very high potential topics which are repeatedly asked, or there are high probability of these topics questions will be there in your prelims examination. So for this prelims platinum notes, we have covered all standard books and NCERTs plus coaching, different coaching materials, reference materials has been covered, plus toppers notes. Along with that, we have also taken care of the news and important events which were there from last one and a half year. So high potential from our expert team has been prepared, and for that the first batch we have already started from 1st of January, and from tomorrow, that is 1st of February, our fourth batch is starting. So that is one information for you people, and that all of this is being provided only in rupees 990. Okay, so in this series, entire series of prelim platinum videos and notes, I am going to take your polity aspect, polity section. Okay, now polity is one such aspect where questions are being repeatedly asked in large quantum. Why am I saying large quantum? Because on an average there are 10 to 15 questions you will find. Sometimes history will have 2 or 3 questions, some year they are having 21, but if you look into last 10 years prelims question paper, polity will fetch you at least 10 questions. Okay, and on a higher end it goes up to 19, 20, but this is what the minimum, 10 questions every year. Clear? And going through these 10 questions makes it very easy. Clear? And when it comes to reference materials, there are so many things, but before going into detail of this, let me tell you about this prelims notes in detail. When it comes to prelims platinum course, we are going to provide you almost 250 topics, clear, from different sections. Here we are going to cover history, clear, then there will be geography notes as well. In history we are going to cover some 50, 60, 70 topics, then there will be a geography one. In geography we are going to cover 25 topics. In polity section, which I will be taking, here we will be covering 45 topics, clear, and these 45 topics are high potential topics where UPSC will ask questions from here. Why I am saying UPSC will ask question? Because it is being prepared by the expert team based on the previous years, based on the current events, the newspapers and those things which are in news, and questions are there. Clear? So these 45 topics I will be covering, and this one aspect, class 12th NCERT, will also be covered here. We will provide you the summary of the book. Okay, because what trend we have seen in polity, that every year 1 or 2 question is based on your conceptual understandings of the terminologies which we study in polity, like parliamentary government, liberty, equality, constitutional government they have asked a couple of years. Clear? So this type of terminology and their understanding, for that we are going to refer this part. Then we are going to cover international relations as well. And what we have already seen, that from international relations, questions are generally based on the organizations and treaties. And in that we are going to cover all those things. Then there will be economy section as well, environment ecology as well, then science and technology, and last but not the least one, the most important one, is the current. So you can see overall every single aspect of your prelims examination will be covered here. And as I have repeatedly saying that there will be a list of 250 plus high potential topics, and that is exclusively for prelims 2023. We are not talking about prelims in general, we are talking about prelims 2023 in particular. Clear? So those who are preparing for 2024, they can refer to this notes as well, and they can find out that majority of the topics will be covered here only in this platinum notes in short video series, and all of this is only in rupees 999 for you. Clear? So fourth batch is starting from tomorrow. You can enroll it in this. Now, when it comes to prelims, as I have told you, I will be taking care of your polity. Clear? Now, when polity comes in front of us, the one thing or the one book which comes in our mind is Lakshmi. Okay, and it is a book comprising almost 800-900 pages, so it's very difficult. Clear? And looking into all the subjects you need to cover, 800-900 books pages, reading again and again, it's a big task. I will not say this. So in this polity, what we are going to do, we are going to provide you a list of 45 topics, videos on them, which will make you understanding. And in that aspect, what we are going to do, we are going to cover you majority of your polity section. Clear? Now, as far as polity is concerned, as I have told you, on an average, there is 10 to 15 question is being asked in your prelims examination. Clear? Now, when it comes to this 10 to 15 questions, what needs to be done? First of all, you have to look into the polity PYQs. Clear? And when you look into these polity PYQs, you will see questions are highly general in nature. I am saying general in nature, I am not saying easy. Clear? You have to be clear. The questions are general from the topics which you have read repeatedly, but it requires the analysis plus the understanding. And understanding here does not mean superficial. Here, clear understanding will be required. Clear? Because repeatedly what you have seen, UPSC is asking questions from legislature, union legislature. UPSC is asking questions repeatedly from rights. Every year, 2 or 3 questions, either from fundamental rights or the explanation or the understanding of rights. Clear? So every year questions are there in your prelims examination, and they are not direct question. They are question based on your understanding of the topic, how you analyzed it. Clear? So that is what UPSC is doing when it comes to polity. That's why this particular section, though easy, it is a tricky section. Why? Because there are two things. When we study polity, we study from two aspects. One, from the aspect of constitution, then how it works, that is from the understanding aspect, practical version of that. Clear? So when it comes to your prelims examination, dear students, whatever answer you are going to mark, you have to mark on the basis of this. You have to mark on the basis of this, not on the basis of this. This is what the general mistake you people commit while attempting your prelims examination. Because when you study polity, you study both the aspects. After studying this, you go into this, that it is the power of the president. Okay, entire union executive power lies in the hands of president. But then you also study Article 74, and then what final conclusion is there in your mind? That president enjoys all those things under the aid and advice of the council of ministers, and prime minister becomes powerful. But when it comes to UPSC prelims examination, and if any such question is being asked, you should overlook this, and as per the constitution, the power lies with the constitution, and constitution says the power is there with the president. So this is what the general mistake student commits. That's why I am saying from here, constitution will be your base, not the analysis, not the understanding. Clear? So that is what one more aspect which you need to focus on while attempting for prelims. Clear? I am not saying for attempting for UPSC examination. For prelims only, you have to focus on this particular aspect, what is written in the constitution. Clear? Questions are there from rights, legislature, then questions are repeatedly asked from executive, judiciary. So in that aspect, there are certain important sections which you have to focus more. Clear? And there are other sections which you need to read up. Clear? But overall, again, your reference will be what you people call the Bible. Okay? Lakshmikant. Clear? I will not go into detail how to read Lakshmikant, but what I will say, this should be your reference. Clear? Now, see, just look into some examples. What type of questions UPSC will ask? Clear? When it comes to UPSC, UPSC will ask you questions like this. Consider the following statements. A bill amending the constitution requires prior recommendation of the president. Clear? Then, when a constitution amendment bill is presented to the President of India, it is obligatory for the President to give his or her assent. Now, this is what I am going to provide you. Clear? What needs to be looked when attempting a prelims examination. And now, you people are attempting so many of test series. Clear? You have to look into that as well. Okay? The constitution. Clear? Obligatory. Clear? A constitutional amendment bill must be passed by both the houses, both the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, by special majority, and there is no provision for joint sitting. Clear? So now this type of question which inculcates multiple concepts, you need to have a understanding regarding this. Then the next thing which is there, the next question which I will be taking here, consider the following statements. The Constitution of India classifies the ministers into 4 ranks: Cabinet Minister, Minister of State with independent charge, Minister of State, and Deputy Minister. Now, every one of you knows that there are 4 categories of Council of Ministers. Clear? And this is correct as well. And what mistake you people will attempt in the examination, you will consider this statement as correct. Clear? But actually this statement is wrong. And why it is wrong? Because this classification is not mentioned in the constitution. As I have told you, reference will be the constitution. What is written, what not is in the analysis or in the practical aspect. Clear? So this statement is incorrect in that sense. Clear? The total number of ministers in the union government, including the prime minister, shall not exceed 15%. That statement is mentioned in the constitution. Okay, added by later amendment. So in that aspect, you have to look into these things. Okay, then the third question, which of the following is our exclusive powers? Now again, this type of words needs to be focused while preparing. What are exclusive powers? What are general powers? Clear? And these type of things. Clear? So exclusive power, that means the powers which are only there with the Lok Sabha. Clear? So these things, these small things, you have to be careful while preparing for this examination, particularly prelims and from this particular topic, polity. Clear? Because generally what you people do, आप अटेम्प्ट करके आते हो, आपको लगता है आपने सही किया हुआ है, बट ये छोटे छोटे वर्ड्स, एक्सक्लूसिव, ओनली, ठीक है, ऑल ऑफ देम, द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, ये आप मिस करते हो या जल्दबाजी में, प्रेशर में आप इस पे ध्यान नहीं देते हो और यहां आप गलती करते हो, सब आते हुए भी. क्लियर? अनदर, नॉट नेसेसरी. ठीक है, नेसेसरीली, नॉट नेसेसरीली. ठीक है, दिस इज अनदर मिस्टेक विच यू पीपल विल जनरली कमिट. ठीक है, सो दिस इज व्हाट you people should always look to. Clear? So as far as polity is concerned, as I have told you, Lakshmikant is your reference. You have to refer to that particular book plus your NCERT, and if you are going through these things, you have to segregate. You should segregate certain high probability टॉपिक्स. ठीक है, ये आपको इजीली समझ में आ जाएगा अगर आप न्यूज़पेपर रेगुलरली पढ़ रहे हैं पिछले 1-1.5 साल से, तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कहाँ हाई प्रोबेबिलिटी टॉपिक्स है, कहाँ से नहीं है. बट अगर आप नहीं पढ़ रहे हैं तो easiest solution to you is this. Okay, you can refer to this platinum notes. Here we are going to cover all these aspects for you. High probability, high potential topics will be covered and everything will be discussed in detail, or notes are being provided to you people. ठीक है, so that is all about your polity section, plus the governance will also be covered in this. Okay, thank you.